Oh, Ibu brought Khaled downstairs. Is she still giving you a hard time for bringing Khaled for counselling? Her generation is like that.
I should have just gone to Paris.
What?
Giving up that job. Staying on in Singapore. Looking after my ex-husband's son with his ex-wife and working for my ex-mother-in-law. Honestly, what is wrong with me? The counselor told me yesterday that I am very self-sacrificing. Who am I to Khaled anyway? Nobody. I should have taken Roberta's offer. Khaled will be with Syirah right now, his rightful mother. And at least he won't be confused about who his real mother is. And he won't be caught in between your Ibu and me. Can't she see that I've already done my best? Sorry, why are you not saying anything? You agree? That I should have just left and not get involved?
Is this your way of saying you want to give up? You regret. So you want to return Khaled back to Syirah and get your life back? Was it Louis's idea? Is that what you were talking about to him last night?
Sarif!
First, he recommends some dubious counselor to make you doubt yourself. Then he suggests you should have stayed out of Khaled's life from the start. Clearly, he has ulterior motives.
And clearly, I was wrong. To think that you were matured enough to understand how I feel.
Be realistic, Kenneth. How much longer do you intend to live like this? You've all settled in, and the children will start school soon.
I know where this is going, and the answer is no. Especially after you tried to set me up with Mrs. Rama's crazy daughter last month.
Ananya is looking for a job. It's a matter of time before she moves on with her life. How can you assume that she'll continue to help?
She promised.
What if she meets somebody or wants to start her own family?
Nathan, Nina, and Nikki are her family.
Then why not make it official?
What?
I know last time I was so relieved when I found out your plans to marry Ananya was a hoax, but...
Ma, just stop. I'm not discussing this with you anymore.
If you change your mind, I approve.
Is that okay?
Can you believe she actually suggested that Khaled would be better off with Syirah than with us?
What? Kak Ros will never say that.
How dare she? Rosnani has no right to decide such things.
What's your problem? You know how things are with Ibu and Kak Ros. You're just gonna make it worse.
Make it official. Your mother must be really desperate for you to get hitched.
You have no idea.
Maybe we should just consider it then,
We did agree to it before.
We should do it for real this time.
At least I'll get my bed back.
It's comfy. I'll give you that. Oh. Hey, Nina.
Miss Davis.
Miss Davis?
Sounds like Zara's pretty suspicious of me.
It's not that I want to give Khaled up just like that. You understand, right?
Of course. Of course I do. There comes a point where the best just doesn't cut it. You can trust me on this. Story of my life.
You mean your father?
Speak of the devil.
I better get back to work.
Yes, Dad.
Louis, come down to the hospital. I have some things to discuss with
Now? I can't, Dad. I've got a meeting back at the office.
you. You're the CEO. Delegate.
But
Do I really have to spell it out for you? Send Yoke in your place. Come to the hospital. Now.
yes, sir. Hey, Can I have Syirah's number? I need to talk to him.
Sure. Can I ask why?
I've been getting a vibe from him that he's not happy with my friendship with Rose.
I see.
Which is kind of odd because, I mean, if he cares for her, which I'm assuming he does, he'll be glad to know that there's someone looking out for her.
I know the two of you are working very hard, but let me remind you of the importance of the KSUH end of the year party. All of its most important VIPs will be there. We need to show you off as Yuke's new husband.
To be.
Please. You're practically part of the family already. I expect you to pull your weight.
We'll go for the lessons, I promise.
Thank you. So, will your family be attending the party as well?
Excuse me?
I mean, of course they're invited. Like I said, you're practically family. High time we meet them.
Sorry, they're busy. I have to go. Thanks for the coffee.
Ibu! Ibu, what are you doing? You can't just kick her out.
If you think I'm gonna let Rosnani stay in my house after she threatened to give away my grandson, then you are...
But you didn't even give her a chance to explain.
She has made her choice.
So, how was your meeting with your papa?
How do you think it went?
You know, I think it's high time your papa give you a break. You've been CEO for so many years and you've done very well.
That's just being dad.
Just because he's out of prison doesn't give him the right to find fault with every little thing you do.
Mom, it's okay. I'm used to it.
I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
Mom, no. Please. It's just gonna make it worse. There is something else, though, you can do. If you want to, that is.
Anything for you, boy, son.
Okay, so Dad's pretty bored right now. So he's probably gonna be calling me non-stop. Could you just pay him a visit and keep him busy for me?
Sure, I can do that.
Great. But do not give him a piece of your mind. I mean it.
Okay. Okay.
I was gonna head out to get some ice cream. You wanna come?
No,
Okay. Well, let me know if you change your mind.
I won't.
Nina, are you okay?
With all due respect, Miss Davis, there's none of your business.
Why do you keep calling me that?
Isn't that your name?
Well, yes, but...
Then what's the problem?
I thought you usually can't come out for lunch.
I made special arrangements so I could surprise you.
Consider me surprised.
But I feel bad. When Kak Rose came in this morning, she wasn't having a good day. It was obvious. Anyway, since I discussed this with her beforehand, she told me it was okay for me to go. Did something happen at home?
Something to do with Khaled. You know how that is. How is she now?
She seemed okay when I left, after talking to Luis. He seemed to really understand her, actually. Who knows, maybe they could hit it off.
Sorry, but I'm never gonna allow that to happen.
What's your problem, Zarif? Do you have feelings for her or what?
What? Of course not.
Are you sure about that? I think you're in denial.
Ilya, you're the one I'm marrying.
Yes, I am. So you better not be getting any funny ideas about your abang's ex-wife. Understand?
Of course.
Good.
If you're here about Louis, you can save it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen you in a while, so I thought I'll pop in.
I see. It's a wonder the boy's been able to keep the company afloat all this time. He has no leadership, no initiative. I literally had to tell him how to organize his time today.
I think Louis has been doing a wonderful job these past few years while you were in prison.
Under Charles' thumb.
No, I think he's really come into his own. And you would see it if you stop meddling and let him do his job.
Speaking of meddling, what's this I hear you running for president of the Orchid Ladies Society?
I thought it's a good way for me to serve the community.
Don't waste your time. You're not the right fit for the job. That so-called society is a pit of vipers. That's why it suits Jessica. But you, they'll eat you alive.
I appreciate your concern, but I can handle them.
You take everything so personally. That's why it clouds your judgment. If you screw up, it's bad for you. And by association, bad for Louis and the company.
But if I do well, which I will, then it'll be good for Louis and the company. It's a high-profile position.
Indeed. Do you really want more people gossiping about you and your new toy boy?
There's nothing untoward about our relationship. We're married.
Surely you're not so naive that you can't see your relationship is unconventional at best. But it's okay. Let Jessica handle the harpies. You've always been good at thinking about what's good for the family. Why don't you get involved with the year-end party planning? I can see Jessica's in way over her head. But you could turn it around.
Yeah? What?
Where are you?
Out. Duh. You don't see me at home, do you?
Next time, can you just inform someone before you go out? Because
Nina, it's Auntie Ananya. Look, we just want to be able to make sure you're safe and well, okay? You coming home soon?
Yup. When I feel like it.
What's up with your sister?
I think she overheard Party trying to get Dad to remarry.
I heard somebody came down this morning specially to visit you.
You mean Louise?
How? You like him, ah? I knew it. You should go for it.
I didn't say anything.
So many years you're focusing on Khaled and this restaurant. You definitely deserve to take some time for yourself.
Well, he's really a good listener.
Don't bluff. I see the way you look at him.
Okay. He's quite attractive.
So many years I know you. First time I hear you talk like that.
You're right, Natasha. I definitely can afford to live more for myself. In fact, someone else just told me the same thing yesterday. Hello, Zara?
Kak, I've been trying to reason with Ibu, but nothing's working. You better come home now. Ibu is packing your things and she's going to throw you out.
She won't.
What?
It's okay. Let her pack whatever she wants. I'll deal with her later.
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm kicking Rosnani out.
Hey, wait. If you do that, Syirah will definitely take Khaled back. She doesn't trust you all to take care of him if Rose is not around.
How dare you say that? We are all his family, and I will never let...
Ibu, think about it. Zara is in jail. Zara is working all the time. Zara herself is not ready to be a mother. Me, I have to work.
I can do it.
You could have. But with the whole dementia thing, Ibu, it's not your fault. Growing older, losing our faculties, it's part and parcel of life.
We heard about everything Amethyst did to you.
And how you totally wrecked her by getting hold of her phone.
Yeah, that was so savage. Sorry, we had no idea she created that fake profile of you and everything.
Seriously, what a bully. Look at her, pretending she can't hear us.
Lame.
Save it, okay, guys? Amethyst was a bully way before that. And you guys, just encouraged her. And now, you're trying to get me to be a bully back? With friends like you guys, who needs enemies?
Just so you know, I don't need you to stand up for me.
Oh, please. Get over yourself. I'm just stating facts. I really couldn't care less about you.
Hi, Ananya. This is Denise, Charles' PA.
Hello, Denise. What can I do for you?
Charles would like you to come in for a video con tomorrow at KSUH.
I'm not due to officially start yet, though.
Charles specifically requested for you to attend.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there.
Hey, how things with you?
Fine.
As in, because last night you mentioned about your feelings for Rosnani.
Ignore everything that I said last night. I wasn't thinking straight.
You seemed quite sure to me.
I was wrong, okay? I have no feelings whatsoever for Rosnani. Rosnani. Ilya and I, we're getting married. And that's that.
Ibu, I never knew Rose would be capable of doing something like that.
I should have known not to trust her. She's always been the outsider.
But in a way, Syirah is the one we should be focusing on.
What do you mean?
I've seen how she is at work. It's quite clear to her her career comes first. She does OT practically every day just to please the bosses.
How can she ever be a proper mother like that?
Ibu, that's precisely my point.
If we can prove that, in the first place, she's not fit to be a mother to Khaled,
Then we don't need to worry about her ever taking him away. Ibu, let me see what kind of evidence I can dig up in the office. If this thing goes up to court, we'll be ready. No.
Nina, come here. What did I tell you about keeping us informed on your whereabouts?
It's okay. I spoke to Nina on the phone earlier today. Right?
I don't need you to cover for me, Miss Davis. I saw a poster at All Good. They're looking for temp staff. I figured I'll apply. I have nothing to do until school starts anyways.
Absolutely not. Not until you learn some responsibility.
Kenneth, come on. It might be a good opportunity for her.
Fine. But only until school starts.
Well, Celia, thank you as always for your invaluable input.
Of course. I mean, it's a year-end party. All eyes will be on the cherries. I'm sure we all want it to go smoothly. Oh, I can't remember if I mentioned, but I've decided not to run for the Orchid Ladies Society president.
Ah, so you've decided to spare yourself the indignity of defeat?
What a shame. Looks like your dear hubby won't get to be the first lady then.
Well, bye.
Oh, good. You're here. You can put back your clothes yourself.
I half expected my things to be outside on the road.
After talking about it, Ibu calmed down. She realized that you have Khalid's best interest at heart.
If anything, you are not the one we should be worried about.
I see.
Well, I managed to clarify things. But she's definitely still...
What? Angsty?
You know what? Forget about it. She'll talk when she's ready. What's up?
I know it's really bad timing, but Syirah wants me to attend this gaming convention in the US.
Okay, go. We're fine here.
If I go, Wei Chiang is left with the team. Who knows what he will say behind my back to Syirah or you? Like KSUH is a cesspit of politics. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, you said to remind you that you wanted to talk about something.
Right. It was just this thing with Nina. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Ibu?
Are you sure I did the right thing to let Rosnani stay?
We need her, Ibu. At least for now. Give me some time to see what I can find out about Syirah. You must remember our plan, okay?
Okay.
In time to come, Zara and I will be using that to fight Syirah in court and win custody of Khaled. When Ilya and Zarif get married, Ilya can take over your restaurant. And when that finally happens...
No more outsiders.
Exactly.
Don't tell me even you haven't met them. Not even his parents?
It's not the right time. He has his reasons.
Well, the right time is definitely at the party. I'll get in touch with them.
No. Can you please just trust me on this? He's under a lot of pressure as it is. He'll introduce them to us soon, okay?
Fine.
Please don't pressure him about it.
Yo. Learn to train your husband. Don't let him off so easily.